All right, we're going to start our look at Satch Boogie by Joe Satriani by taking a look at the intro. I'm going to play through it really quickly for you so you can see what we're going to be working towards. Here we go. Okay, so there's a lot going on there. Obviously, it's a very active part, but we're going to break it down for you note for note here. All right, so it's going to start out on the A string. We're going to hit the A string open, then hammer on, 3rd fret, pull back off to the open string, then hammer on to the 5th fret, and pull back off to the open string. So we have this. Then come over to the E string, and play 3 and 5. So those two notes are picked on the 6th string, and those are hammered pulled on the A string. Then we come back to the A string, play the 3rd fret with your 1st finger, shift up to the 5th fret, and do a hammer on at the 6th to the 6th fret, pull back off to 5, and pull off to 0. So we got from this 3, and you're going to come and grab this A, which is at the 2nd fret on the G string. So far we have this. You hold that note just slightly, then you pull it off. Now when you start dealing with these open strings that we're going to be doing here, you're going to have to be muting a lot of them in the right hand. So just use the base of your palm around the pinky muzzle here to land across the string. So it's not all ringing out while you're going like that. So you pull off to that open G from the 2nd fret there. Then come over and grab the 3rd fret on the A string and pull it off to 0. Kind of muted sounding. And then you're going to play 4 on the A and back to that 2 on the G string. So we got this. Then scoot up to the 5th fret here. You're going to play the 5th fret on the A string, to the 4th fret on the D, to the open G string, and back down to the open D string. I like to pick that down, down, up, up. So we have from this note. Then we come back down to the low E string, pull off from the 2nd fret to 0, then go to the 3rd fret on the A and pull off to 0 from there. And then finish that phrase off by 3 and 5 on the low E. So let's put this all together so far. So a nice little kind of blues boogie feel. And then we're going to do that exact same thing one more time. So that phrase just happened twice. Now we're going to start doing with some variations on that riff that we just learned. Remember, you play that riff twice, and then we get into the variation segment, which is going to start the same. With just the A string, then hammer 3, pull off, hammer 5, pull off to open. Then come down to the 6th string and play 3, 2, a little bit of vibrato there. By the way, during this thing, he's playing a lot of like, you'll hear a lot of just throughout the whole piece, really, a lot of artificial harmonics. So it's just really kind of digging in the string and finding those harmonics. They're kind of random, so you know, if you know this style of playing, you know basically how after you get this on either fingers, those things just kind of start popping out. So we got this. Then come back to the 3rd fret on the 5th string, pick that note, and then pick the 5 and pull off. So we didn't pull off from the 3 that time. We just picked 3, then picked 5 and pulled it off to 0. That's all on the A string. And then we come and play this little tritone, which is actually supposed to be part of a 7th chord. And we're going to have 4 on the D string and then 5 on the G string. Pick those two together and slide down 1 fret. So far the 2nd phrase. Then we're going to basically shift that up. We're going to come up 2 frets. So now we're going to do this. So it's the same thing we did here, but everything's happening at the 5th fret. Then 5, 4 on the 6th string. Back to the 5th fret there. And you're going to do that pull off at the 7th. So pick 5. Now we got a quick little pull off, 2 quick pull offs here. So after this little new section, when you get to the 7, you pull off to the open string, shift down really quickly to the low E string and pull off 3 to 0. And then grab the E on the D string at the 2nd fret. So far we got for that phrase. All right, so I'm going to play both of those phrases back to back. Then you have to shift up really quickly here, and we have this kind of descending. All right, so what's going on there? It's the same chord shapes we played here at the 4th and slid back to the 3rd fret, but it's going to be at the start of the 12th fret. So your 12th fret on the D string, and then 13th fret on the G string, those 2 middle strings. Pick those 2 strings, then back a fret, another fret, keep going down, till your first string is at the 6th fret. So from the 12th all the way down to the 6th. And on that last one, you're going to really hit the strings, get those harmonics on it. And now you can shake it, or he actually uses a vibrato bars there, sorry. All right. So all through that phrase. All right. Then we're going to start back with those. Now we're kind of really the 4th section, which is the long section, and that's going to be this. All right, so what's going on there? Open A string again, that same. So it starts the same as we did before. Same lick as remember the first time we played through this, we had to do this section twice. So it's the same that we learned earlier. Okay, so all up to that point it's the same. Now, when we get to this 4 and 2 that we did before, you're going to hold that 2 a little bit, then pull it off to the open string, then come up to the 5th fret with your 2nd finger on the A string, then play the 5th fret on the G string and pull it off to open string. So look at this. Okay, and then we're going to hop up and do this little diminished figure, arpeggio. So that is going to be a 6th fret on the A string, then 9th on the A, so 6 and 9 on the A, then 7 on the D string, 5 on the G string, Then grab 8 on the G string, then 7. Good way to pick that is start this 6th fret on the A string with an upstroke. Then you can sweep across, because he goes percussive really quickly, so it's a sweep. So it's up, down, down, down. One big, and then upstroke on the 8, then downstroke on that last note. Then you hit a low 6th string open, and take this little shape right here. 13th fret on the G string, 14th fret on the B string, 12th fret on the high E string. You have that low 6th string ringing. You're going to pick it once, slide it down 1 fret, then shift down 1 more fret and pick it again. Then you hit the low E again, and then you're going to basically do an inversion of that chord shape. Oh, this is basically kind of like a dominant 9. So we have, so it goes, you pick that, the first 9, come down to 8 with your first finger, unbarring across the high E, the strings 1, 2, and 3, pick 9, pick 8, and slide down to 7. All right, and now we're back into the last phrase, which is completely identical to the first 2 times we went through the part. All right, let me play through the whole thing for you really quick, and I'll kind of do it pretty slow so you can really keep up. Here we go. And then that takes us into all the solos. The rest of the song is basically a complete solo from beginning to end. All right, so stay tuned for that. See you guys soon.